Hello, Harpole Baptist Church. As I reflect on the years I spent as pastor of the church, one thing stands out above all others, and that is the people who came amongst us, some only for a short while, others for much longer. My thoughts are drawn to that passage in the Acts of the Apostles, chapter 4, verse 13, where the disciples Peter and John had been hauled up before the Sanhedrin. They were described as unschooled and common men. In the Greek, agrammatoi idiotes, ungrammatical idiots, would be a rough translation. Now, I would never suggest that the people I pastored were idiots, but I would describe them as ordinary. They were not what one could describe as the great and the good. They were just ordinary people. People, some of whom were in considerable need. In need of being loved and nursed into wholeness. The ministry of the whole HBC community to these people transformed them from weakness and sometimes a sorrowful state into persons through whom many other people have been blessed. My late friend, the Reverend Jim Graham, once said that, filled with the Holy Spirit, God takes ordinary people to accomplish the ordinary extraordinarily well. These people I mention didn't become miracle workers, but quiet and unassuming, powerful agents of God's kingdom here on earth. It was Ken Thomason who invited to the pulpit at HBC Ejemiah Williams do Carmo, who founded the House of Mary and Martha for children in the favela off the Copacabana in Rio de Janeiro. Her powerful ministry inspired one young lady to ask if she could go and do what she was doing. Kay was a terribly shy person, dreadfully self-deprecating and lacking any confidence. Ejemiah said to her, Yes, you come and I will teach you. Kay was not well educated and didn't know a word of Portuguese. I picked up the phone to Alphonsus Kelly, who ran a large language school in London. He agreed to take her on for free and even paid her return fare to and from London. We finally saw her off from Heathrow Airport and she joined the ministry there in Rio. Ejemiah very often spoke to crowded football stadiums all over Brazil. And Kay joined her on some of these visits. Someone kindly translated worship songs from her from English into Portuguese, and Kay, with her guitar, sang them at some of these venues. Native Brazilians could not believe that Portuguese was not her native language. Moreover, as she sang all over the stadium, people were touched by God and many healed. Now, there are many others I could mention, but perhaps some other time. But why am I telling you this story in particular? Simply this. On receiving, loving and enfolding care, ordinary people will be enabled with God's inspiration to do the ordinary extraordinarily well. Yes, embrace the great and the good, but also stand back and be amazed at what God can do from ungrammatical idiots. God bless you this happy day and always.